I am Fia Isaiah Olabamiji, right? I'm a dedicated data engineering and building it a pipeline from end to end, and also an automated data pipeline. And actually, I was trained on GCP, that is on Google Cloud Platform, and also I'm a data analyst instructor for Dari.io. One of the instructor for the data. I'm the data analyst instructor. Yeah, so it's a privilege for me to stand before you guys here and give a proper talk show here. Okay, so for today, I would not be doing much explanation, but we'll be working with a little bit of a practical aspect. That's what we'll be checking at, right? And in a moment, I would also be sharing my screen for the little slide I about to share. So like I said, like I really wrote here, you see that my slide is no more than two slides. What I intended, what I want us to do today is a little bit of practical, so we can see how it is. So we'll do less theory, but more of practical in this our short 1 hour class that we have. Okay, yeah, I put on collaborative and practice for SQL and optimization. Okay, let me go to the next slide. And that is only the slide I have for today. So this is data optimization and why it matters, right? The first question you would ask yourself is that, what is the meaning of optimization? That should be the first thing you should ask yourself if you really understand what optimization is. Now, let me just give this, I just dropped this short explanation of optimization. So I said, what is data optimization? It is to design efficient query and data structure to improve performance and scalable when working with large data sets, right? So as I rightly said here, let's look at the importance. Then from the importance, then I will go to my SQL server so that we can do one or two things there. Okay, guys. First of all, let us check the importance of data optimization, right? Data optimization, number one, is that it helps in faster query execution. Now, everybody, I want you to picture this. Right? I believe that almost every one of us here, we are not need to SQL, which is used to query the RDBMS database. Now, let's picture this. Let's picture it this way now. Right? I said number one, it is fast query execution. Now, you picture it in the sense of so many of us, particularly the DA, that is the D and BI. Right, that is the data analytics and the BI analytics, right? One of the things that we always do whenever we are writing our code is to say select all from. Then using select all from, it is an unoptimized, right? It is not a proper way of writing our code. Now let me picture it here now that you are working with First Bank, right? You are working with First Bank, and First Bank asks you that, okay, we want to see the data of a customer, and you are using select all from. Let's say maybe the name of the table is customers. You are saying select all from customer. Now just imagine that you want to pull out the data for everyone in Nigeria. Did you get what is going to happen, guys? Reaction, guys, if you understand what I'm saying. Even though it's okay, okay, but I believe you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Fast query execution, which we are going to do the practical part, but I just want us to just understand some theoretical part of this optimization before we go deep into it. Now, if you are saying that select all from, it will not, that query, right? A day, you might not even finish that query. Because in the banking system where I've worked before, right, there is a code that takes up to 24 hours before the code ran. No, I was not the one in charge of it, but I wonder what kind of code are you running to take 24 hours. In such a place, you need optimization. If it's for you to partition your query, you need to partition it, and you get an efficient answer at that particular moment. Now let us take lower compute and storage cost. right? So for every one of you that understand clouds very well, right, you will know that we have the operating system that we're having in Nigeria. We have GCP, we have Azure, we have AWS, we have Oracle. Those are the cloud service, Oracle and other ones that we might have, but those ones are the ones that I know. You understand? Just imagine that whenever you are working on the cloud, if you put select so and so, right, that is when they will charge you. Now, just imagine that you have a lot of data on the cloud and you want to pull out maybe some data that are needed, and you went to go and say select all from that. Select all from idea. That is, in short, you would really put that company in such a big mess, because just imagine you are doing select all from, select all from, select all from. You just need to pick some specific ones that you need, right? And the storage cost, if you are doing that, right, your storage cost is going to get higher, and you'll be built efficient use of system resources. Your system resources to also matter. Then a better performance. You see, right? I believe that every one of you here, you pretty much understand something that we call hierarchy, right? So whenever we are talking about anytime we are talking about data storage, right? If you're talking of the data size hierarchy, we have MB, which every one of us, like, we are familiar with. Like MB, we have gig that we understand, and there's something called bytes. There's something called kilobyte. So after kilobytes, we have a megabyte, right? Which is MB. That is from kilobytes. We everybody know kilobyte. Fine, everyone know what we call MB, which is called a megabyte. So we have something called gigabyte, which is called gig, like 20 gig and 32 gig. What is the storage of your phone? You will tell you that, oh, the storage of my phone is 32 gig, something like that. So whenever you are working with any data that have terabytes, because after megabytes we have gigabytes. So I'm just trying to tell you that whenever you are working with any data that is transforming from gigabytes to terabytes, you don't have any option, you don't have a choice. You need optimization in that aspect. So that is why they said I'm better performance. I'm better performance at scalable. Then reliable analytics reports. I would show these reliable analytic reports. Right. Okay. So let me stop sharing here and let me go to this SQL. This SQL server here. Okay, so let me show you one of the things that we'll be doing for today. Guys, let me show you what we'll be having for today. So sorry guys, let me show you one of the things we'll be doing today. So just, I believe we'll go with a lot of things today. Okay, so this is my Medium page, and this is one of the projects I've worked on, which is called the data engineering project from Raw Insight. So you see this project, right? This is what I would use in explaining the advanced SQL. So, but for optimization, guys, for optimization, I'll be using. Let me speak on optimization first. Let me speak on optimization. Then once I'm done with optimization, like, then I'll go to advanced SQL so that you will understand, okay, the advanced SQL and the optimization I'm part of it. Okay, guys, let's proceed. So I'm having this short table that I want to create. So I want to create a table. Let me use. Okay, okay, let me do something here. Let's create a database first. Create database. Create the database. Let's say a data room. Data room. Data room. And like I always said, always try and end your code with a semicolon to make it readable. It is very important. Please, this is it apostrophe or what? So it's very important to end your code with it. Okay, so this is showing us command completed successfully. So I'm going to refresh. There's a fresh letter which expected to have my data room. But so you guys pardon my, okay, let us refresh. So let's look for data room here. Okay, this is data room, guys. So this is data room. So I'm going to use data room for my so instead of me using use, I can come here and I can change it to anyone who want to make use of. So let's make use of data room. So now we create a database called data room, right? So I need to put this in a single line comment so that whenever we run anything, it will not affect it. And we are going to work with some optimization so that we can see what we need to do. So first of all, I need to create this table called customer. So what I'm having here is customer ID int, which is called the integer. The data type is integer. So this identity primary key, guys. So I believe we understand. I'm just trying to say this for those of us that maybe just new to SQL. So it's not look as if maybe we are just picking it from an advanced piece, so that we can all be on the same page. So this identity simply means it's going to pick a unique number for you, like 1,1. So I'm supposed to indicate like 1,1, this identity, right? But I don't want to put 1,1. So by default, it's going to pick it for me, which is the customer ID. So whenever I want to insert, I don't need to insert any number into here. So it's going to pick it 1, 2, 3. It's going to give us like a serial number. So this is just like picking a serial number for us, a unique serial number which we are using for our primary key here. So let me come here and run this. So command run successfully. If we click on our data room, if we click on this drop down and let's see the table that is there, so we can see that we have customer. So for you guys, some people might be asking that, but you did not indicate DBO here. So why is there DBO here? So this is the default database, right? So it's just representing like a schema. So assuming I'm using a PostgreSQL now, I should have indicate a schema. So this DBO here, it is showing a default schema here that is selected by the system. Assuming I have my own schema that I want to use, I would select my schema dot and it's going to pick it. So I just need to clarify. So we now have our customer table there. So here I want to create a table called orders. So you guys should, if you look at this code properly, same thing, like I want my primary key to be generated for me by the system, which is just like 1, 2, 3, just like a serial number, then the total amount and constraint here. So what I want to do here is that I want to create a relationship and also a reference. I want to reference this my customers table inside my my orders table, right? So I would also explain the use of referencing. So you can see that this place here, our primary key, which is showing as primary key here, when it's coming to another table, your primary key will be referencing as your foreign key. You understand? And so let me just explain a little about primary key and foreign key. So what we understand, what a primary key is a unique identity. Just like the way I rightly said to people now, if they ask you, like for those of you that you are in Nigeria, okay, let me not use Nigeria so that I can pick everyone together. For those of you that you graduated from any respective university and they ask you that what is your unique identity, your unique identity will be your matriculation number. So, you know, for example, your name might be Joachim Elijah, and another person too might also bears the same name. I believe that we would have encountered such, that whereby two people are bearing the same name, but it is impossible for them to have the same unique identity. So that is what a primary key is. You understand? So this is a primary key. Yeah, so a primary key is a unique identity. What makes you unique for me now, for those that are in Nigeria, it is your name, which is your NIN. That is why they want to link every of NIN to everything you are doing, including your tax ID. So where does foreign key comes to play? So whenever you're having a primary key here in a table here, whenever you're having a primary key here, if this primary key is coming to another table here, if it's coming to another table here, it will be referencing it as a foreign key. Please, reactions if you understand what I'm trying to say. You can give me reactions. Yes, I'm not Okay, okay, thank you guys. So this place here, your primary key here, now this is primary key. If your primary key is leaving this place, this primary key that I see here, if it's leaving this table and coming to another table here, it will surely reference it, it will be coming as a foreign key, not a primary key. And the law here is that you can join a primary key with a primary key. You can join a primary key on a foreign key, but it is very rare and it is not ideal. Then which I don't want to say it's impossible. Okay, guys, let me give you guys this example so you guys would understand what I'm about to say about this primary key. You know, when we were in school, back in those days in school, and in the primary school there, right? If they say to you that 5 minus 2, you say yes, it can go, right? I'm just taking us, I want to flash us back, right? So, but if they say to you that 2 minus 5 in primary level, like maybe basic 1 or so, and if they say 2 minus 5, you tell them that are impossible. Do you understand what I'm trying to say in that aspect? You say it's impossible. Why do you say it's impossible? This is 2, this is 5. But if you get to an higher level, like a senior secondary or a secondary, and they say 2 minus 5, you cannot tell them that it's impossible. You will only tell them that it is minus 3. So what I'm trying to say to you here that we can join foreign key with foreign key, but it is very rare and in some occasions it is not. It's just, let me use the word, it is not right and it will not work. So that is why I want to give clarity on that foreign key. You joining foreign key with foreign key, right? It is very, very rare. Like occasionally, it is not. But you can join a primary key to a foreign key. You can join you can join a primary key with a primary key to a foreign key, but foreign key to a foreign key, it's a no. Don't try and do that. Okay, so have we run this? Okay, let me run this. So I'm referencing this first table. I would execute. Okay, complete successfully. Do the same thing too in my execute. So if I come here to my data room and I refresh, then I try to see those tables that we're having. And I try to see those tables that we're having. So we can see that we now have this table that we created, but they are all empty. So let's try and insert into all these. I prepare, let's execute. For rule affected. Because of our time, I should have explained something here, but we don't have much time. I would have explained something about this basic. Okay, since we are having our data sets, let's test what we've done. Okay, let's test what we've done. I'll say select all. Let's say select all from. Let's say select all from customers. Let me just drag this one here. Which can drag. So I would always highlight before I run because I'm having other things to do. Okay, guys. So you guys can see what we've inserted into our table. Okay, so now guys, this is where we start for the optimization and a better use of optimization. So there is something we usually do whenever we're writing our codes like that, and which I believe that it should not be so, and we should learn a proper way of optimization. Okay, let's do something. Let me write. Let's see. Optimization. Let me put optimization. Let me put it in single line comments. Okay. Let's do question 1. Okay. Let's say Q1. Maybe for example now they ask us to like they want to see the data in year 2024, which we usually do. All data. I'll show you all data in 2024. Data in 2024, right? And this is the code that some people would start with. Select select all, select all from, okay, so where are we having our year? We're having it in our orders table here, right? Select all from orders. Okay, select all from orders. Select all from orders. Then they will come here and say where, let me put this so it will look good. Where year, they want to extract the year, and this is also many of us do. Sometimes I'm going to show you. It's called the order date. The order date. Okay, it's fine. The order date is equals to 2024, and we'll run this code. Fine, guys, you can see that this code ran, right? I'm not saying it's the reason why this the reason why this thing work immediately is because this is just a little data set, but this is not the ideal way, right? This is not the ideal way to run. Whenever they ask you to spool up data, you spool out data. You see, as me you run, you just imagine, like I rightly said, that you are working with you are working with First Bank, and they ask you to spool out maybe 2024 data, and you say select all from customer, where year is equal to. Do you know how long it takes for this thing to run? So this is wrong. This is an unoptimized query. This is totally wrong. Yes, the output is correct, but this is totally wrong. So whenever we want to optimize here, the thing we need to do is to come here and let me call this one let me call this one unoptimized, so we can see it. Okay, I can share this note once we are done. Unoptimized. So this is wrong. This is wrong. This is not the ideal way to do it. This is wrong. Unoptimized, but the optimized way that is ideal. The optimized so the optimized way, which is ideal, this is how it should be. In case, because some of you might be running your code and you might be saying that why is this thing slow? Why is this thing slow? Select. What are you selecting? You need to select the specific columns that you need. You don't need to say select all from orders. No, this is totally wrong. This is totally wrong. So what you just need to do exactly here is to say select. What do you want to select? Select you want to select we need the order ID. We need the order ID. Just select what you need, right? We need the order ID. We need the order date. Order date. We need the order date, comma. Just select the specific columns that you need. We need the total amount. We need the total amount. Okay. Then once you are done with that, then enter. Yes, this is showing red because this doesn't know the table where it's coming from. That okay, you are just writing it. Okay, where is this column coming from, guys? This is coming from our orders table. It's coming from our orders table, right? Fine. You can immediately see that orders. You can see that, oh, I understand that what you are trying to say is that it's coming from this place. Okay, fine. I've seen it. Like if I run this code now, right? Now this is giving me specific information that I need. These are the specific information that I need, but these are not what I need. So the ideal way to put it now is when you now say where. So where what now? It should be where orders, where the order dates, where the order dates. You come here and say it's greater than equal to, right? Then you come here and put the date greater than equal to, then it will be 2024 2024-01-01, right? Put it back and order date the order date less than now it will now be 20 less than 2025 dash 01, then put a dash sign to 01. Okay, guys, let me run this. Okay, so you can see that we're getting the same thing, but this is the ideal way. So now the system understands that, okay, what you want me to get is that what you want me to get is this, right? So why is this function is that this function helps to prevent index usage. You understand? Because the system understands index usage. Because if you are using an index, it is fast. But if you are using this, please your query would not run efficient. Okay, guys, let's look at another one that we usually do. And let me put two here. Then I will use we used to do something like select all from, let's say, customers. I need to remove it. Sorry. Select all from customers. So this will not work. This would work customers. Right. So ideally, right, guys, this is wrong. Like I rightly said. So it is better you choose a specific column for your own usage. Okay, so let's talk about subquery. Let's talk about subquery that we used to run. So for example, now if you want to write a subquery, let's put an unoptimized. So this, what I'm about to show you now, it is something we call in optimization. Then it's very popular, it's very common, which is in versus exist, right? So now this is what we usually do. We'll say select all from customers. Select all for customers, right? Let me put this. Select all from customers. But we'll now say be a customer ID. Say be a customer ID in a customer ID in. We'll now say we do something like this. So if you are writing your code like this, select customer ID from others. Select customer ID from others. See, if then you are working with a petabyte data, your code would be slow. It will be slow. Customer select customer ID from others. So I believe that so many of us used to write this. It is, if I execute this, yes, fine, it works, because like I rightly said, that this, right, this is a subquery using in. This is an unoptimized, and this is a subquery which is an unoptimized, but in an optimized way, which would work with, if you want to work in an optimized way. So it's supposed to be select specific things you want to select, like select, then I'll show you that. From there I would then go to this advanced because of our time. So we can say select select c dot customer id, because we'll be joining c dot customer id. Let me show you something. Customer id. So that's customer id. Okay. Yes, then I'll say c dot full name. I believe you guys understand this. This thing I'll be like c dot c dot. Though this is not a lecture, but I should have explained more better. So it's then your full name, right? Your full name. Then I would come here. I'll say from customers, yes, for customers. They will come here and use where. Where is it? Exists. Where exists? Then I'll come here. Existing. Okay. I'll put a tab. I'll put a tab again. I'll put select one from. I know you guys have been saying that, but this one is simple. But what I'm just showing you guys in Excel here is select. Okay. Execute something. Okay, multiple path identifier customer ID could not be bound. Complete time. Okay, customer ID could not be bound for this. Okay, so let me just select. Sorry, let me fix this. Say that's full name and C. Okay. So this is coming from CA. Okay, fine. So now we can see what we are trying to do for you. So now, if you could, I will send this note, right? I'll send out this note so you can understand what this code is trying to do. Here now. So here now we can get the customer ID, where our customer ID on this our customer ID. So this place now you can see. Look at the response of this. Execute. Okay, this one it says select all from. You can see. So, but this one is giving us a specific, and this is the ideal way. So for optimization, you need to be very, because of our time, I should have explained group by and distinct. There is one we call group by and distinct because of our time, because I still want to show you guys advanced SQL. So for optimization, guys, please, you just need to watch out for your codes. So whenever you are working with a large data set, you need to be careful of what you are using, unless you be having a slow process. Okay, guys, so this is for optimization, and this is the little explanation and little justice I can do for optimization, guys. Then I would hope you guys are with me. Reaction, guys, if you guys are with me, so that I would. Okay, I believe you guys are giving the reactions, but I can't get it from my own end here. Okay, it's fine. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so I want to speak on this. There is one of the projects I worked on, and this optimization here, you really need it here. But before I go into the code, which I'm not writing any code, I can write all this code for this now, but I just want to explain to you. So now, this is the data source, right? I'm picking the data from this data source here, right? The source is seated on my local system here. Then this is an high-level architecture, and this is what we call a medallion architecture. Look at it here. And very soon, most data warehouses now will be using this pattern of this project that I showed you, which is called the bronze layer, silver layer, gold layer. So some organizations, particularly organizations in UK, they do call it in the bronze is in, May out. While some people call it bronze, silver, and gold. Right. So as you can see here, right, I put something like I want to extract the data to my bronze layer, from this bronze layer to my silver layer. Then I'll do transformation from this layer here. You can see the transformation here. This transformation, I put something like data cleaning, data standardization, data normalization, and derived color. Then in my good layer, I did some aggregation dots. Let me not bug you too much. So the code I'm going to show you guys something. Then would call it it is a silver. It is one I used to teach. Okay, guys. Let's look at this thing, guys. So advanced use of SQL now. I'm talking of advanced use of SQL now. Please, as a data engineer, right? Like the way I rightly said to people, always input a timestamp to your code. Now, always include a timestamp to your code. First of all, I'm coming. Let me execute this code. This data does not exist, or you do not have permission to use. Okay, fine, guys. The reason I'm having this error is because I'm not inside the right database. So I need to switch from master to where I call my data warehouse. Okay, I would run this. I would run this code. I'll run this code. Execute. Okay, guys. Now, so I do encourage for advanced use of SQL. Please create something called your timestamp here, your start time and your end time, which is very, very important whenever you are working for any data warehouse. Now, for anyone that is like, if you are not there when I wrote this code, you'll be able to explain one or two things about this code. Then what can you explain about this code is that you can see it that bronze loading bronze layer, right? What is the work of the bronze layer? It's taking data from the data source. It's taking data from the data source. You can see it. Now, it is fine. So for every data that I load, right, for me to load my bronze.crm customer info, it takes 0 seconds. So you would know that this is working fine. The reason I'm just trying to explain this to you is that in case you run a code and maybe it's taking time, like unusual, it's taking time beyond what it should take. If you include a timestamp, you'll be able to know the exact one that is taking time. I don't know, maybe I'm making sense, guys. So you should be able to like take the exact one. You should be able to take the exact one that to be able to check the exact one that it is taking time. So look at this one here now. We can see that, okay, this one is running for bronze execute info. It takes 0 seconds. Okay, it's fine. This one too takes 0 seconds to run. And we can see the total rows that we're having, 18,494. And it takes 0 seconds to run. So what I did is that I created the table and every other thing. So it's not that maybe I'm teaching, but I'm just trying to show you advanced use of SQL. So now, okay, now we can see the time and the also now this load about 397 rows affected. It runs, everything is fine. This one too takes 0 seconds, 0 seconds, 0 seconds. So now, guys, we can see that this is correct. So this thing that I'm showing you guys here, so in a nutshell, right, this is it here, that I created that I created the data warehouse for it. So this kind of data warehouse is what they call on-prem data warehouse. You understand? We have the cloud data warehouse and we have the on-prem data warehouse. So this is an example of an on-prem data warehouse. In case you are asked. So that is I said that. So you can see everything that you are seeing. So bronze, silver, I extract my data, I wrote some transformation code. This is what's even that you guys need to like pay attention to whenever you are working. So this is the silver layer. So this is the silver layer where I wrote the code for transformation, guys. So you can see it. You can see the code here. So if you did not do anything right in this place here and the thing ran right, it's going to affect your code. So it's going to affect your code. So for it not to affect your code, you need to use the right code here. So once you've used the right code here and you've optimized your code, you can see that I partition. So if you do not use a partition here, for example, and you just maybe you use your direct query, like instead of you using a partition and you just write your code directly, it's going to give you an issue. It's going to give you an issue. But the reason why we partition is that just see a partition in the aspect of there is a water inside a tank, and they ask you to carry that tank. You can't carry it. But if you partition that tank into multiple places, gradually you'll be able to move it. Gradually you'll be able to carry it. You can see that though you cannot carry a drum of water at a time, but if you split the water inside that drum, you'll be able to carry it. So that is the work of partition. Reactions, guys, if you understand. So that is just a simple work of partition. So I wrote the transformation codes here for me to use. Then I load everything inside. So this is what they call ETL. In case for those that are saying that, what is the meaning of ETL? Have you any ETL, extract, transform, and load? So this project here is what is called an ETL process. So this is a full ETL process. Extract, which is a bronze layer. Extract, transform. I transform data in the silver layer. Then extract. Then I load it into the gold layer. So now maybe I want the data analytics, BI analytics, just like the way I show you guys here. You see these people here now, right? I can't give them access directly to my gold layer in advanced SQL. I can't. No developer or no DE would ever give you. You can see here, I put my BI and reporting, machine learning users. I cannot give you access to my gold layer. You might do something here. So that is where they call view. So we have two type of view. We have a materialized view and we have a proper view. A view, a normal view like that. Materialized view is the one they use in the data warehouse, right? But that is not what we're talking. So now, if I want to see my views that I've created now, since I've done my extracts, I extract in from my bronze layer, do my transformation in silver layer, then I load to my gold layer now. So now I created a view. So what is the work of that view? The work of the view is that the code I use for the view is that select all from because of my server. Okay, good. No, now if the machine learning guys, the data analyst guys, the Power BI analytics or business analytics or any point users want to check something out from this data, now I can't give them access on this place where my cursor is. I can't give them access. I need to create a view. You understand? Even your account that you say that, oh, I have 1,000 in my account, I have $50,000, I have 50,000 pounds, I have 100,000 Canadian dollar inside my account. All those things you are seeing from the bank, I'm proud to say to you that it is view. It is this thing that you are seeing here, that you are seeing from your own end. That you say, okay, this is what they connect to the customer's account, and they'll be able to see each of the accounts. So any transaction that is being done here now, maybe a new data enters here now, immediately I run it, it's going to work. But if I don't want to run it on my own end, I need to just connect it to my GitHub, which is called the CI/CD. You understand? The CI/CD, right? The CI/CD works is just to help you to integrate and run your code for you. That, okay, once it is 7 p.m. in the night, run this code for me. The thing will run it. It will run it for you. So I'm just trying to tell you some local setup. So advanced SQL is very good, and you putting your timestamp, writing your code efficiently, use your optimization queries properly is just the best way. Everything that you've seen here now, that is what I wrote here. Now, maybe they want to see the data analysts now, want to see from the back end what you guys used to do, like people that are not developer. What you will do is just say select all from this code here now and say execute. Okay, I'm a masters. I'm supposed to be in data warehouse. Okay, then I'll execute. So you can see now what you guys used to say at the back end, that is okay, select this, select join this one. So this place now, you now say select product ID, product name, where you be doing your transformation. Now what you're accessing now is what we call view. So that in case if you tamper with this view at the long run and maybe something happens, you will not be able to tamper with the main data warehouse data here. So in short, I would stop here maybe.